So let me share the screen with you. All of you are able to see the screen? Okay. So now I'm going to first give you some formulas for ratios. What you mean by ratio is comparison of the quantities of any two comparable units is called as ratios. For example, I want to compare 3 kg, the prices of 3 kgs of onions is to the prices of 3 kgs of tomatoes. It is comparable. Okay, but both are 3 kgs, so there must be some similar parameter for me to compare. I cannot compare 3 kgs of shoes with 3 kgs of onions. It should be items of similar nature. So that is what is meant by a ratio. A ratio is always expressed in the format A is to B. Okay, so by way of division we compare it. So this first term is called as antecedent, second term is called as consequent. Okay, now we have various properties of ratios. The first property is inverse ratio. Now I'm going to show you all the properties with respect to this A by B. Inverse ratio means inverse of this, which is B by A. The second ratio is duplicate ratio. Now in duplicate ratio, all we do is A square by B square. We square it. Then we have triplicate ratio. Triplicate ratio is nothing but cubing it, a cube by b cube. Then we have subduplicate ratio. Subduplicate ratio, the word subduplicate indicates that we will find root of it, root a by root b. So root means square root. We are talking about square root here. Then next we have is subtriplicate ratio. In subtriplicate ratio, what we do is cube root of a divided by cube root of b. Okay, cube root of a divided by cube root of b. Next, what we have is compounded ratio. By compounded ratio, what we mean is we are going to compound, we are going to multiply. So for that you need more than one ratio. Let's say we have the ratio a by b and c by d and e by f. Then the compounded of this will be a into a into c into e divided by b into d into f. Okay, so this is compounded ratio. Next, we have is continued ratio. Continued ratio means A by B is to B by C. So it is continuing. This B is continuing here. So we say A is to B is to C. R in a ratio means it's a continued ratio. So we will say this is equal to this. Okay. So which also means that B square is equal to AC. B square is equal to AC. So this is a very, very important conclusion out of this. Okay. B square, the square of the middle term is equal to the product of the first and the last term. So this continued ratio will come both in this as well as in proportion. Okay. Now that you have done ratios, these are the basics of ratios. The questions will float around these concepts only. I'll show you proportions also. Proportion, similar thing. Proportion is nothing but equality of two or more ratios. So equality of two or more ratios, A by B and C by D. So this is the terms are all like, this is the first term, this is like the third term, this is the fourth term, all that is okay. This is called as the this is called the second term, and what you have is AD is equal to BC, which means that product of the extremes is equal to product of the means. Means the middle two terms are called the means. So product of the means. So this is called as the extreme. A and D is extreme. So product of the extreme terms is product of the middle two terms. So when you cross multiply also, naturally you get the same result. Okay. So in other words, we also say this is called the first proportional. This is the third proportional. This is the fourth proportional. This is called as mean proportional. This is called as the mean proportional term. Are we understanding so far? Anywhere you want me to repeat? Ratios is fine. Okay. Now coming to the similar aspects. Okay. What do we have here? After this, what we have is invertendo. We call this as invertendo. Invertendo. Everything I am doing with reference to this ratio. So it will become, B by A inverse is equal to D by C. Inverse it, it is equal. Next, what we have is alternando. Alternando will be nothing but A by C is equal to B by D. What I have done here, look at this term A, B, C, D. This A, C I brought it down and B I took it up. So alternate terms I have changed. Okay, alternando. Then next is componendo. Componendo means with respect to this ratio only, A plus B by B is equal to C plus D by D. So if I add a quantity B to the numerator, I can add the quantity D to the numerator here. Still the ratio will be the same. Dividendo. So in dividendo, what we do is A minus B by B will be equal to C minus D by D. Now combining both, we can write fifth one, componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo is a combination of both. So which is nothing but A plus B by A minus B in the denominator. On this side you will have C plus D divided by C minus D. This is what you will have on this side. Are we clear so far? Anything else you want to add on? Anything I have missed out? Anybody wants to add on anything more to this? Okay. No, the terms, there are four terms, no? A, B, C, D. There are four terms, okay? So here I told you, no, the names for the first term and second term. A is called as the antecedent, B is called as consequent. Consequent, second hour, the later hour, it's coming later. So it is called consequent. In proportion, there is names given to all the four terms. So A is called first proportional. B is called mean proportional normally. We don't say second proportional. Okay. So C is the third term. So it is called a third proportional. The word used is called third proportional. And the last term is called fourth proportional. That's all. Are you clear? Anything else? Okay. So this topic is a very simple topic in terms of the problems. So I'll do a couple of problems from your textbook which look a little bit unique. Okay. Those problems I want to do, then we will proceed. Okay. So here, can you all see the question? You're all able to see this, right? So see, this is, yeah. So this I'm going to just show you some different types of questions I want to do which might come in the examination. The regular ones in the textbook we have all of you must have already done by now. But still you have any doubts, questions, you feel free to ask. But some slightly different ones which we may not have covered during class or you may not have practiced. So those kind of questions I want to bring your attention to now. See, the weight of this person is 56.7. Okay. He reduces his weight in the ratio 7 is to 6. Look at how the ratio is given. It is given as 7 is to 6. Now find his new weight. So the new weight will be, you have to multiply 56.7 into, how would you multiply? Anybody wants to say? Yes, we'll multiply with 6 by 7. Whenever it says reduces, the expression is always given like this. The greater number first, the smaller number later. But when we multiply, this is how we will multiply 6 by 7. அப்பதா 6 7th கம்மி ஆகும். 7 by 6 ன்னு எழுதினோம்னா ஜாஸ்தி ஆகும். It will become more. So we will always multiply into 6 divided by 7. So on your calculator when you find out, you'll get 48.6 as his new weight. Are we clear? So the next question that I want to put for you here is, okay, so this is the next question. Look at this. One of you read it. Deepika. Yeah. Correct. So now this is a typical ratio question. So that is why we are taking it up. So first, the old number of girls and boys. Okay, old, how many are there? 720 students are there in which they are in the ratio boys to girls. That ratio B is to G is 3 is to 5. So we want to find the number of boys first. Okay, so boys will be 3 by 3 plus 5 is 8. You should divide by 8. So what will you get here? 720 into 3 divided by 8 on your calculator, 270. So the number of girls will be 720 into 5 by 8. The balance. Okay, so how much do you get? 450. Alright, so now then come to the new. Come to the new, we don't know the boys, we are going to find out. The girls, the question is saying is 80 new girls are admitted. So 450 becomes 468 is the new number of girls. Okay, and the number of girls, the ratio of boys to girls is now become 2 is to 3, which means just go backward and fill up this equation. So 3 by 5. Okay, 3 by 5 of this is 468 into this number. So what is this number? Let us find out. This total, this is the total number of students, right? So total number of students is what? Now, new total number of students will be nothing but 468 into 5 divided by 3. How much on your calculator? You will get 7. Very good, 780. Now using this I can find the number of boys. So 780 into, instead of 3 by 5 I will put 2 by 5. So how much do I get? 312. So the number of admissions of boys is 312 minus 270, which is equal to how much? 42. Correct. Very good. Yes, 42 is the correct answer. Are we clear with this? Let us go to the next type of question. Okay, this is the next one. Again, a little bit unique question that I have picked up. The ratio of the prices of two houses was 16 is to 23. 2 years later, when the price of the first has increased by 10% and that of the second by rupees 477, the ratio of the prices becomes 11 is to 20. Now find out the original prices of the two houses. Okay, no other information is given. Only the ratio, original ratio is given. Later on, they are saying the first one has increased in its price by 10%. And the second one has increased by rupees 477. So let us just assume this to be x by y. Okay. So then this is the old one. This is nothing but 16 is to 23. The new one they are saying it is become 10% of this will become 1.1x and this will become y plus 477. Okay, now this becomes 11 by 20. So here we know that 23x is equal to 16y. We have this ratio with us and here we just have to cross multiply. So cross multiply 20 into 1.1. So you will get 22x, yeah, that is 11y plus 477 into 11. You will get 5247 on this side. Okay, so here you can write 23x minus 16y is equal to 0. Here we will write 22x minus 11y is equal to 5247. Now we can solve the two simultaneously. Let me bring it here. Normally in the exam you will have options for this, so it will become more easy. Okay, so let me just subtract. This is minus, this will become plus, this will become a minus. So sorry, this will become 23 minus 22 will become actually before doing this, if you can take LCM and you can make one of the terms equal, it will be better. Okay, before doing this, if we yeah, we can take out 11. Correct, we can take out 11 and then we can start it. 5247 divided by 11 is 477, right? So 477 and we can write this as 2x minus y. 2x minus y, this will become 23x minus 16y is equal to 0. So I'm going to multiply this by 16. So what am I going to get? If I multiply this by 16, it will become 32x minus 16y is equal to 477 into that will be 7632. This is 23x minus 16y is equal to 0. So now this will be minus, this will be plus, no change here. So this will get cancelled. So this is 9x is equal to 7632. So x value will be equal to 848. Okay, once we get x value, we can just use it in this particular equation because this is much easier. 848 into 2 is 1696 minus 477 is your y value. Minus 477 will give you your y value as 1219. So you have the value of y and you've got the value of x. So these are the original values. Question was asking for the original prices of the two houses. Are we clear? Can I proceed? Okay. Yeah. So now what I have also done for you is additionally, I have here November 2019 paper. Okay. So I'm going to solve the ratio related questions from here. So you're going to see how easy it is. Okay. There is only one question here from ratios. I don't see any other question. So that is the weightage, normally one or two questions. But whereas you see time value of money starts with question number 11. You're all able to see the screen, right? Okay. Sorry, share what? Yeah. I'll be sharing this. Yeah. So it starts with question number 11 and then it is up to, look at question number 24. Up to here is only time value of money. So 14 questions come from this particular chapter. That's why I spent 3 hours in revising that one. Okay. Now, whereas you see ratio and all that is only one question which has come. Okay. But anyway, we will do this question from this paper. So this first question. Okay. So two numbers are in the ratio 3:4. The difference between their squares is 28. Now find the greater number. So you can call this as 3x comma 4x. Okay, because whenever it is in ratio, we can always write it as 3. In fact, even in that other question that I solved just now, instead of writing x by, we wrote x by y is equal to 16 by that particular question. No, we can write it as 16x comma 23x. Like that, we could have used x also instead of having two variables. It would have been even more simpler. Now the difference in their squares is 28. So let's find the difference in their squares. 9x square minus 16x square. Actually, we should write it the other way around because the larger number will be there. So 16x square minus 9x square is equal to 28. So what do we get? 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9 is 7x square is equal to 28. So x square is equal to 4. X is equal to plus or minus 2, but I will take only plus 2. Now the greater number is naturally this. So 4 2s are 8. 8 will become my answer. Are we clear? I'm going to solve all the questions of this paper. So don't worry, except for time value of money and the other things that we have already revised. Okay. So all the other chapters which we have not revised, I'm going to solve from this particular paper, November 2019, which is the last exam of the CA Institute, so that you get a feel of how the papers are actually being, how the questions are. Okay, I'll do it with you. I'll also share it. I'll give you the PDF. Okay, so let us continue with proportions now. Proportions, I've already taught you the concept. If you look at the November 2019 paper, there are actually no questions on that. Proportion. Okay, so from your textbook, I want to take up one or two questions. Okay, one more question from your textbook on ratio. We'll do this question. Okay, then one more question that I want to do is, yeah, typical exam question. It's a very easy chapter for all of you to score. Even if it is only one question, this chapter is very easy to score. So people should not miss out on this. Why is the same thing getting pasted? Sorry, just hold on. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Who has a doubt? Will we be using log table? No, we won't be able to. We won't be using log table. You're not able to see screen. Why is that? People are not able to see the screen. All of you can. Okay. Okay, so these are the next three questions that I want to do. What I want to show you all here mainly is, look at this question. In this question, if you see, Anand earns rupees 80 in 7 hours, Pramod earns 90 in 12 hours. You want to compare the ratio of their earning. So when we started with the definition of ratio, I told you it is comparison of two quantities which are of the same kind by division. So it should be of the same kind. I told you 3 kgs of onions you can compare with 3 kgs of tomatoes, but not with 10 kgs of tomatoes. You can't compare the prices of the two, correct? So you can compare only 3 kgs of both. So same here, you can compare the earnings of these two persons. This person is earning in 7, this person is earning in 12. So you can't compare it. How can you compare? Anand by Pramod earnings should be per hour earnings. So we should convert it to per hour. So this is what you need to mark with red in this particular case. So 80 divided by 7, 90 divided by 12. Then you will get your answer. After this, the computation is not a big deal. 80 by 7 into 12 by 90. You just, try to simplify this. Cancel these two terms. 12 and 9 goes 4 times, goes 3 times. So 8 fours are 32 divided by 21. Okay, so computation part is okay. What is important is for us to understand that this division is very, very important. Okay, coming to the next question. This is very, very typical exam question. PQR are 3 cities, very favorite type of question. Okay, 3 cities. The ratio of average temperature between P and Q. P is to Q ratio is 11 is to 12. P is to R is 9 is to 8. Question is asking Q is to R is how much? Q is to R is how much? So how we will do this is Q is to R. Now we can pick up Q from here and we can pick up R from here. However, both are in relation to P. Is the P value same in both? No. When P value is not same in both, we can't compare Q and R here. So first let us make the P value same in both. How do we make it same? We will make it same by multiplying this by 9, by multiplying this by 11. When you multiply by 9, it will become 99 is 2. Okay, 12 into 9 is 108 and 99 is to 88. Now you have the value of P equal. You can pick up Q is to R from this, which is 108 is to 88. Ratio is always expressed in the simplest possible manner. So divide by 4. So it will be 28, 27 is to 22. Are we clear? So 27 is to 22 is very important. Okay. Then coming to these type of questions. In this type of question, what will happen is x value, x is to y is 3 is to 4. X value is given to you. What is the value of this particular term? So what you do is x by y is 3 by 4. You will just take x value as 3, y value as 4 and substitute. Substitute in the above. Okay, you will substitute it here. Then you will get the answer automatically. X square, y square value, x cube, y cube value you need. So x square, y square, x square is 9, 16, x cube and y cube. Find out all this and write it here and then substitute, it will become easy. So x cube is supposed to be 27, y cube is supposed to be 64. So just substitute the value 9 into 4 plus 3 into 16 divided by 27 plus 64. Okay. Now add up. 16 into 3 is 48. 48 plus 38. 36 is 84. Divided by 27 plus 64 will give you 91. So both are divisible by 7. So this will give you 13 and 12 by 13 will be the answer. Are we clear? This is the easiest or the simplest way to do this. Okay, these kind of questions. So let us proceed with the textbook. Coming to proportion questions, I'll do a couple of questions on calculation of mean proportional, then we'll go to indices and logarithms. Okay, find the mean proportion between 1.25 and 1.8. So find the mean proportion between 1.25 and 8. Question is asking you to find the mean proportional, and whatever sums we are solving now, I will also circulate it to you in the form of a PDF, so don't worry about that. Okay, so don't worry about having the questions or writing down the questions. You can just observe now, and we will be giving you all these questions also in the PDF form. I'll be typing it and giving it to you. Okay, this is very commonly asked, mean proportional. All you have to do is 1.25 into 8. Take the square root. I've told you, right? B square is equal to AC. So product of this, okay, so B is equal to root of AC. So B is the mean proportion, the middle term. So product of this and take the square root on your calculator. 1.25 into 8, take the square root of this, you will get the value of B. I think it is coming in decimals, right? 3.16 or something like that. Okay, but that's okay. It's just a question. We have to learn the concept here. Maybe I can take instead of 8, it is actually 1.8. If I take 1.8, what happens? 1.8 into 1.25, take the square root of it, then it comes to 1.5. Okay, you will feel better with this number than 8. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's go to the next set of questions. Okay, there is one more property in proportion which I want to bring it to you here. Okay, this property, if A is to B is equal to C is to D is equal to E is to F, this is called as addendo. Then each of these ratios means A by B is equal to A plus C plus E by B plus D plus F. So this is equal to C by D also, and this is equal to E by F. So each of these ratios are equal to this. This is equal to this. Now this is equal to this. Clear? So I'll solve a problem on this addendo, how this property can be applied. It's very interesting. Okay, let us look at this question. Two types in which this can be asked. Okay, so you have here A by B is equal to C by D is equal to 2.5 by 1.5. Now what are the values of AD by BC? This is first part of the question. Okay, AD by BC is cross multiplication. Okay, A by B is equal to C by D. Then you have learned the property called product of the means is equal to product of the extremes, right? So AD. So what here we will do is A value is 2.5, D value is 1.5. So 2.5 into 1.5 divided by B. B is 1.5, C is 2.5. Okay, so all will get cancelled. So the answer is 1 is to 1. Are we clear? Next, going to the property A plus C, the second part of this question. A plus C divided by B plus D is equal to question mark. Now the question has given you A by B is equal to C by D is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5. Correct? So using this addendo property, I've told you this each of the ratio, this ratio is equal to this. This ratio is equal to this. So which means A by B is equal to C by D is equal to this is equal to 2.5 by 1.5 or 25 by 15 or 5 by 3 in other words, which is the final answer. Are we clear? This is a very good application of addendo property. Can we proceed? Okay. The next question, typical exam question. I mean, not typical exam question. This is there only in the examples, but this question is not there in the solved questions in the, exercise questions in the textbook. So this kind of question used to come in CWA foundation. So it's a good idea if you people can do this, because sometimes, rarely, they will ask you questions which are already solved in the textbook. So textbook, we must be really thorough. Okay, look at this very interesting question. Who wants to read it? Bharat Sai? Okay, Bhavani, you want to read? All of you are able to hear me? You're able to hear me, right? Okay. Okay, then we will have somebody else read. Archana, read. Hmm. This kind of question. It is not solved anywhere in the exercise, but it can come in the examination. So let us just look at it. Whenever you have a question like this on mixtures, please do a table like this. Okay. In this table, have the first column as type. Type means we are going to have two types of tea, right? Type 1 and type 2. The second column, you write the prices of the two types of tea per kg. This price is always per kg. So you make this as 6.92 per kg, and this is 7.77 per kg. Then next column, you put it for quantity. Okay, this is given to you. The selling price is given to you, but the quantity is not given. They are asking in what proportion does he mix them. So let us say he has got totally 1 kg of tea with him, and we don't know in what proportion he is mixing. We'll call this as x. So this will be 1 minus x. Okay, so totally I have only 1 kg with me. I'm taking x units of type 1, means I'll be taking 1 minus x. Out of 1 kg, the balance will be the second one. Don't take it as y. Then when you have two variables, it will become difficult. So total cost, I will put it in this particular column. Okay. Here we will have 6.92x, and here it will be 7.77 minus 7.77x. So now I will be totaling up these two things. So I will get 6.92 minus 7.77 will be 0.85. So we have to add the two to get the total cost, right? So 7.77 minus 0.85x. This is the cost. Okay. To this is the total cost. To this, we add the profit. Then we arrive at the selling price. Now, what is the selling price given to us as 8.8 rupees, 8.80 per kg. Now, this is also per kg only, because here I have taken 1 kg unit only, and this is cost is also per kg. So, finally, this is also coming as per kg only. So, 8.8. Now, this is saying 17.5% on sale price. So, all of you take your calculator, do 8.8 into 17.5 percentage. You will get 1.54 as your profit. Okay. So all you have to do is arrive at the cost price. Cost price is nothing but 8.80 minus 1.54, which is equal to 8.8 minus 1.54. Subtract the two. You will get 7.26 as your cost price. Okay. But we have also arrived at this. So let us equate the two. 7.77 minus 0.85x is equal to 7.26. So now 0.85x, bring it to the right hand side. On the left hand side will be 7.77 minus 7.26. So this means that 7.26 minus 7.77, 0.51. Now here I want you to be very careful. Okay, don't take your calculator and quickly cancel it out and all that. Okay, you can write this as 51 by 85. See if you can, what tables would be applicable here. Just think about it. 51 and 85 will be divisible by what? 7, 17. Correct. So 17, you will get 3 divided by 5. So 3 by 5. So this is a better way to do it. So once you get 3 by 5 as x, other 1 minus x will be 2 by 5. So it is in the ratio, you are mixing it in the ratio 3:2. So this is what the question is asking you to arrive at. In what ratio should I do it? For example, when we are baking a cake, no, what happens in what ratio or what each person may do a different quantity in their house. So it need not be that you have to mix it in, you have to take same 1 kg of batter to do it at home. You may do it a smaller scale provided you know the proportions in which you are supposed to mix the batter. So the ratio given to you is 1 cup of maida if you're going to take 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. So the ratio 1 and 1/4. 1/4 of this is this maida. So similar to this, if you're taking 3 units of type 1 tea, you will take 2 units of type 2 tea. So both put together will give you 5 units. So we can compare that with 1 kg. In case of 1 kg, it will be 600 grams and 400 grams, something like that. You can convert it moment you have the ratio. Have you understood this question? I felt this is very important for you all to know it because it's a very unique question and it's not there anywhere else. Okay. Then one more simple question, but typically normally asked in the exam. Normally asked in the exam or wherever you are doing it. So you can just do this type of question next. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just write the question. It's a simple question only. Let me write it. Um, if A by 3 is equal to B by 4 is equal to C by 7, then A plus B plus C by C is equal to how much? Is equal to how much? Question mark. Okay, so whenever you are given three things equal to one another, say equal to k. Okay, some common quantity. A equal to B equal to C equal to, find out. So it will be 3k, 4k, 7k. Okay, everything in terms of k. Then what you do, you fill up here. 3k plus 4k plus 7k divided by C is actually 7k. So when you add this, what you get is 14k by 7k. K and k are common quantities and again 7 is common. So it will become 2. 2 is the value of this particular term. Very simple question but commonly asked. 3 terms equal to one another. What is the next one? Okay. Then one word problem that might come normally in terms of ages of persons when you have options also. Okay. Do you want to try this question on your own? Just with the help of options. See, the moment you say the sum of ages of 3 persons is 150 years, first check this, okay? See that this is 150, this is totaling up to 150. What about this? 40 plus 40 is 80, 80 plus 70 is 150. That is also totaling up. Now, 10 years ago, their ages were in the ratio 7 is to 8 is to 9. Means, look at the symmetry. It's increasing in a linear manner, right? 7, 8, 9. If that is the case, then look at this pattern. 40, 60, okay, it is increasing and then it is decreasing to 50. So, which means this is not the answer. Similarly here, the difference here is 10, the difference here is 25, right? So again, this is not the answer because there is no symmetry here, okay? Whereas here there is a symmetry, so I will check with this option. So all of you do option testing for this. I'll be back in a minute. Please do the option testing for this. Okay. So what you have to do is 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we just have to do 35, 40, 45. Now divided by 5, 7, 8 and 9. Easy. Going to the next question. Okay. Again, these kind of questions will come commonly asked in the exam. So all you have to do is x by b plus c minus a is equal to y by c plus a minus b is equal to z by a plus b minus c. You need to say this is equal to k. So x is equal to, y is equal to, z is equal to. All the three values we will get. Okay, in terms of k, in terms of k, in terms of k. So within bracket you will have b plus c minus a. Here you will have c plus a minus b. Here you will have a plus b minus c. Okay, so this will be, keep it as it is. Now here you substitute. When you substitute here, it will be b minus c into x. X alone I will show you. The other terms we need not even calculate. B plus c minus a. In fact, there is a k. K we will keep it here. Now when you multiply, you can be a little bit, you can save a little time. How you can do is, this is b plus c and b minus c. These four terms will become b square minus c square. Now this and this you have to multiply with a. So that will become minus ab plus ac. So this is your first term. So like that, if we keep multiplying the second term, it becomes c square minus a square. Then this multiplied by with b. So minus bc plus ab. And the last term will be a square minus b square. These two terms multiplied with minus c. So that will become minus ac plus bc. Close. All of them have a k common, so I have taken it out. Now this and this will get cancelled. A square cancel. B square cancel. AB cancel. AC cancel. This and this cancel. Answer is 0. K into 0, 0. Are we clear? These type of questions, lot of questions are there in the additional question bank. These type of questions are also asked often in the examination. So this is with respect to proportion. So now let us go to indices. All of you are able to hear and see the screen, right? No issues. Okay, anybody? Um, okay, so, okay, no issues. Fine, very good. So let us continue. We'll start with indices now. You want to ask any questions with respect to proportions? I think it is fine. Right? Both are easy topics. Sometimes one question comes from proportion also. This paper is a little bit unique. I don't see it. But normally there is one question from proportions also. Yeah. In this, yeah. So K into, I was just telling you a shortcut for multiplication. Otherwise, imagine it will take a lot of time multiplying. This is the first term. Yeah. The term பாருங்க the b minus c இங்க போட்டிருக்கோம். X is nothing but b plus c minus a, correct? So there is a k also. That k I have kept it outside. How I have multiplied is, look at these two terms and look at these two terms. Okay. B minus c into b plus c is b square minus c square. Now this term multiplied with a minus a will be the next. That will be minus ab, then plus ac. Okay. Like that you keep multiplying this and this. C minus A is going to get multiplied with this. So C minus A into C plus A will be C square minus A square. Right? And then C minus A multiplied with minus B. When you multiply, it will become minus BC plus AB. Like that you multiply A minus B and with Z, Z is this. K you remove it because it's common in all the three, so we have kept it here outside. Okay. So a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, and this a minus b is to be multiplied with c. Have you got it now? Okay. Next, let us go to indices. Property of indices. Okay, in indices we do a power x is equal to b. This x is called as a power, or it is called as the index number. It is called the power or the index number. Okay, and this a is called as the base. Naturally, this b is called as the result or the answer, whatever. Okay. So what are the properties of indices? A power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. The second property is a power m divided by a power n. Remember, the base has to be the same. Only then we can add a power m minus n. The next one is a power n the whole power n is equal to a power m. This we can also use to split something like, suppose you have 2 power, suppose you have something like 32. Okay, you can write it as 2 power 5, or you can, okay, not 32, we'll take 64. 64 is 2 power 6, right? 2 power 6 can be further written as 2 power 3 the whole square. Okay, so 3 into 2 is 6. So you can write a power mn in this format. I've just done the other way around here. Are we clear? Okay. So the next one is a power 1 is a. A power 0 is 1. Anything raised to the power of 0 is always 1. Okay. So these are the properties. Any other property which I've missed out? I can put a negative. If you have a negative in the power, it will become 1 divided by a power m. Okay. A power m will come, if it comes to the denominator, the negative will vanish. Any other property other than this? Anything I've missed out? Okay. So now let us look at this paper. See what kind of questions have come in indices here. There is just one question which has come here, question number 2. We'll try and see if we can solve it. Any other questions? No. They're all equations questions only. Okay, so this is 2 by 4. Actually, these questions, CA Institute does not publish. It is out of memory of students. So we need to actually check if it is properly typed by them. Okay, there could be an error also. I haven't solved this question till now. So I also don't know. I'm going to check with you all now. So you have 9 power n plus 2 by 4. That's how it looks like. Into root of 3 into 3 power n. Whole thing divided by 3 into root of 3 power minus n, whole thing raised to the power of 1 by n. One second, let me check. The question seems incomplete. They should have given it is equal to something. That is missing. Okay. Unless they give you that, you can't find the value of n. Anyway, I will try to find out it should be equal to what, and then we will solve it. Okay. For now, we will just look at certain other questions from your textbook. I'll give you some question from your textbook. Yes. We can try this question now. You're supposed to find the value of k. Okay. So first let's take the first term. Root 9 whole power minus 7. So root 9 is nothing but 9 power half whole power minus 7. Okay. So this I can write it as 9 power minus 7 by 2. Now 9 can also be written as 3 square. So I'm going to write it as 3 square into minus 7 by 2. So the 2 and the 2 will get cancelled. It will remain as minus 7. Now coming to the second term. Root 3 can be written as 3 power half into minus 5 whole power. No, a power m, the whole power n is a power mn. So this will become into 3 power minus 5 by 2. So in this case, you will have these two terms. So both are bases same. So powers can be added. Minus 7 minus 5 by 2. When I add, what do I get? So minus 14 plus minus 5 is minus 19 by 2. This is the value of 3 power k. So k value is nothing but the base is same. So the power can be equated minus 19 by 2. Okay. Is it fine? So any other question that I can solve from your textbook which is worthwhile solving, we'll do it now. Let's go to this question. These two questions I'm going to solve now. Okay, these two are slightly tricky ones. Let's solve this. First, let's look at this first one. They have given you a formula a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. X is also given to you. Which of the following is correct? In all of them, you have x cube in the left hand side and a 3x added to it. So we definitely need a x cube and we need a 3x. So how do we get a x cube? X value is given to us as x is equal to p power 1 by 3 minus p power minus 1 by 3. So now cubing both sides, this side will become p power 1 by 3 minus p power minus 1 by 3 whole cube. Be very careful. You need to put this bracket. Bracket is very important. Students, when I ask them to cube, they just cube the individual terms and leave it. That is not correct. Okay, now this is a minus b the whole cube formula. Now a in this case is p power 1 by 3. B in this case is p power minus 1 by 3. So what is your a cube? A cube will be p. What is your b cube? B cube will be p power minus 1. Okay. Now what will be your 3ab? 3ab, let me write it here. 3ab will be 3 into a is p power 1 by 3 into p power minus 1 by 3. So here the base is same, power can be added. Power when you add it will become 0. So 3 into p power 0. So answer is only 3. 3ab is only equal to 3. Now what is a minus b equal to? A minus b is p power 1 by 3 minus p power minus 1 by 3, which is same as x. Okay. So now we have got the expansion of this. Let us use this formula and expand it. Look at each and every term. What is a cube? A cube is p power 1 by, a cube is only p. A is only p, minus b cube is minus p power minus 1, then minus 3ab. Minus 3ab is only 3, and a into b into b is a into a minus b is x. So here you have a 3x. So now when we simplify this, x cube plus 3x is equal to p minus 1 p. You can bring this to the denominator. So check where it is equal. In which of the options it is equal? In option A. Sorry, B. Option B. Are we clear? Take a look at the solution. It is very simple if you do it systematically. Do each of the terms separately like this. It becomes very, very systematic. Okay. Now coming to the next question, you have three terms. What is the sum of these three terms equal to? Let me write down only the first term. I'll solve only the first term, then I will come to the second and the third one. Okay. In the first term, this is what I have. Now to solve this, this one has to be converted into something similar to the second and the third term. How do I convert it? Here it is m minus n, m minus p. So what is missing? M minus m is missing. So make it as m minus n plus a power m minus p. So we can write this as, okay, let me show you here and then I will write it. This a power m minus n, no, I can write it as a power m divided by a power n. Okay, or I can write it as a power minus n divided by a power minus m, the other way around with a negative. So I am going to use this particular format. Okay, I am going to write it like this. A power, so this I am going to write it as a power minus m divided by a power minus m. The next one will be a power minus n divided by a power minus m plus a power minus p divided by a power minus m. Why I did that was to take out this common, this term common. So when I take out common, what do I get? I will get 1 by a power minus m plus a power minus n plus a power minus p Okay, common is 1 by a power minus m. Now the denominator of the denominator will go to the numerator. It will become a power minus m divided by a power minus n plus a power minus n plus a power minus m. Now this is the simplification of the first term. The moment the first term becomes like this, then what would happen is, look at the second term and the third term. Let us draw conclusion based on this. This is n minus m, n minus p. So the second term should be nothing but a power minus n divided by a power minus m plus a power minus n plus a power minus p. And the next term should be p, and you have two p's, right? So it should be a power minus p divided by a power minus m plus a power minus n plus a power minus p. This is what you will have. So all the three have the same denominator. So add all of them. The numerator will become a power minus m plus a power minus n plus a power minus p. Cancel, it will become 1 is your answer. Are we clear? These kind of questions are also very commonly asked in the examination. Okay. So take a look at it. We will look at the next question. Next commonly asked type of question in the examination is, okay, this type of question. 2 power x is equal to 3 power y is equal to 6 power minus z. This is given to us. We'll say that this is equal to k. Okay, I've done similar type in the earlier place where we said equal to k. Now this power, what will happen? 2 will be k power 1 by x. Okay, because I'm removing the x here. But to remove that, I have to multiply by 1 by x. So if I multiply this side, I have to multiply this side also. So what happens ultimately is, this x will get cancelled. So 2 is equal to k power 1 by x. Similarly, 3 power y is equal to k. So multiply by 1 by y and multiply by 1 by y on the powers. So this and this will get cancelled. So 3 is equal to k power 1 by y. Similarly, 6 power minus z is equal to k. So therefore, 6 is equal to k power minus 1 by z. There should be a negative. Only then this side will become positive, because you have to multiply with minus 1 by z and minus 1 by z. So this will get cancelled. Minus into minus will become plus. So this is what you will have here. Okay. Now that we have got the value of 2, 3 and 6 in terms of k, what do we do next? Okay, we have to find the value of 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. So the 6 can be split into 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3 we have to split into. So we'll write 6 is equal to 2 into 3 here. So 6 value is k power minus 1 by z. Then 2 value is k power 1 by x into k power 1 by y equal to. Now the powers you can add. 1 by x plus 1 by y is equal to minus 1 by z. Base is same on both the sides, so equated. Minus 1 by z is equal to 1 by x plus 1 by y. Okay, so bring it to the other side. 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 0. So answer is 0. Are we clear? Okay. So let us proceed to the next. Okay. This is with respect to ratios. Now I'll give you the properties of logarithms. Okay. We look at logarithm based problems. So those also normally, the number of questions between indices and logarithms will vary. In November 19, if you see, there is only one question. Sometimes, and there are more questions in log. So sometimes there will be less questions in log and more will be in indices. But between the two, there will be at least 2 to 3 questions will be there, minimum. Okay. So let us look at logarithm properties. So logarithm property. Logarithm flows from indices. Okay. I told you a power x is equal to b. Now suppose I take log of b. This should always have a base. This base is called a. Now this will be equal to x. So this I have converted. This is the indices form. This is the log form. Okay. This is the indices form and this is the logarithmic form. So how do we convert? We take log on this side of the result. All logarithms have a base. There are 3 types of bases: common logarithm, natural logarithm, and there is binary logarithm. Okay. Binary logarithm is when the base is 2. Common logarithm is base is 10. Natural logarithm is base is e. So normally this is used in computer programming. This is used in your calculus chapter. All the log questions that you have is with respect to base e. This 10 is used in your log book. In your log book, all the values that you have for any number, log 50, log 65, log 925, whatever you're seeing, all the log values are with respect to the base here of 10 in the log book. Okay. For your exam, you don't have to use log books. They will not be giving you any log values. You have to know these properties. Okay. What are the properties? Log m plus log n, both you should check the base. Base is same, then we can add them. When we add, what will we get? Log mn to the base a. Second property, log m minus log n, both with respect to the same base a, will give us log m by n, division. All this is coming from indices. I am not showing derivation now for our revision. Okay. Next will be log m power n base of a power b. Okay. Both have a power. Now you will take out the power. How? This power you take as n. This power divided by b. So you will get log m base a. Next, log 1 to any base a or any number you put, log 1 is always 0 because this flows from the fact a power 0 is 1. So if I take log of this with this base, answer will be the power 0. This property. Okay. So that is why log of any number is always 0. Okay. Anything else that I have to do? Okay, there are many other change of base methods which I have to teach you. Suppose you have log b to the base a and you want to change the base from b to from a to c. So just write it as log b base c multiplied by log c base a. Okay. Now if you don't remember this, don't worry. All you have to remember is the c and the c gets cancelled. Then what happens? Log b base a will alone remain. So that is log b base a. That is an easy way to remember. So this is one property in change of base. Then you can also remember something like this. Log b base a into log a base b is equal to 1. Or we can write it as log b base a is equal to 1 upon log a base b. Okay, this is 1. Next property, log b base a, you can write it as log b base m divided by log a base m. I have changed the base of both to m. And this b and a, we have taken it like this. Now, not only m, you can put any number of your convenience that you want. So these are the properties I think help you sufficiently in solving the problems. Okay. Now I'll give you one problem from your textbook, one favorite problem of mine. This seems to be an interesting question. This is prove that kind of a question. Okay. So this is the question and you have to prove that it is equal to 3 log 2 base 10. Okay. How would you do it? Anybody wants to start? I'm going to change the base of everything to 10. I'm going to use this property number 7. Okay. Log 8 base 10 divided by log 3 base 10. The first one I have changed it to 10. Now this whole thing divided by or into it will come okay, let me write it in divided by only, it might confuse people. Let me write it here in divided by. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, so here I will write it as log 16 base 10 divided by log 9 base 10 into log 10 base 10 divided by log 4 base 10. Okay. Now this, I will just simplify this a little bit. I will write it as log 8 is nothing but 2 cube. So I'll bring the 3 outside with the 10 here. Okay. Divided by log 3 base 10. I can't simplify this further. Okay. Now next is into this term. When it goes up, it will become log 9 base 10. Log 9 is 3 square. So that square will come out divided by log 16. 16 is 2 power 4. So 4 will come out base 10 base 10. Okay, this is 1. Next, this term, this will go to the numerator, this will come to the denominator. Log 10 base 10, the value is 1. This is one property probably I didn't write here. Seventh one, or here we can write eighth one, log a base a is 1. This flows from the property that a power 1 is equal to a, right? So log a base a is 1. Okay, so log 10 base 10 is 1. So this will go to the numerator. It will become log 4 base 10. 4 is 2 square, so the 2 will come outside. Are you clear? So now let me cancel this and this. It will become 2. Let's cancel this and this is a clear case. This and this will also get cancelled. What will remain is 3 times log 2 base 10. Okay. Good problem. All of you are able to follow. No issues, right? Audible, everybody? Okay. So this was a good question. Let us look at some other question now. This question beautifully captures changing the base to 10 and how that change of base is helpful. Yes. This is a very good question. Again, these type of questions come very often in the exam. Sorry. Okay. So this is equal to x, this is equal to y, this is equal to z. Prove that this is equal to 1. Okay. So now what we have to do is substitute this value here. So what you get, let me do only the first term. First term is 1 by x plus 1. 1 by x plus 1, the first term will become log bc base a plus 1. Okay, so here it will become this plus 1. I want to make use of it. So I'm going to write it as log BC base A, and I'm going to write it as only A is missing here, no? So I'll write it as log A base A. Now since it's an addition, base is same, so I will write it as 1 by log ABC base A. Okay, now you have learned that 1 by will be nothing but it will go to the numerator in the next step. It will become log A base ABC. So now this is the result of this 1 by x plus 1. So 1 by y plus 1, you can guess what will be the result based on what it is equal to. Log CA base B. Log CA base B means log B base ABC it will become. So 1 by z plus 1 will be naturally equal to log C. Look at the symmetry. A, B, and now it will be C base ABC. You don't need to solve everything again. Use the symmetry and you do it. Okay, now we have to add all the three terms. When we add all the three terms, it will become log A base ABC plus log B base ABC plus log C base ABC. Okay, now all the three have same base, so we can multiply ABC base ABC, which is equal to 1. So this is my final result. Are we clear? So very commonly asked typical type of exam question is this. Okay, one more question. These are all saying prove that, but when it comes as a multiple choice question will be, what will happen is you'll have to actually find out what is the answer. They'll give you option A 1, option B 0, option C minus 1, like that they'll give you. Then you will take option A, which is 1. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Next question is this. A value is given, B value is given, C value is given. You need to prove that this is equal to this. So forget this for a while. Imagine that this is a solving question. You are supposed to find the value of A, 1 plus ABC. 1 plus ABC you're going to find out. 1 plus A value is log value 12 base 4 into B is log 24 base 36 into log 36 8. If you remember few minutes back I told you whenever you have multiplication like this, if you look at this number same, okay, then what you can write it as is log 12 base 36, that you write. Okay, you eliminate these two things and you write only these two things. Okay, the base 36 and the 12 alone you write into log 36 base 48. Again you eliminate these two things, you write 12 base 48. Okay, 1 plus there, don't forget that. So in the next step you write it as 1 plus 28. Okay, so this is what we have done. Next is what should I do with this one depends upon what I want. I want 2 BC on my, this is my, this is my LHS. Okay, so look at my RHS. In my RHS is 24 base 30 into log 36 base 48. Now this will vanish, become 2 into log 8. Okay, how do we get this and this equal to? One thing that you can do is this, we can rewrite it as log this 1, no, 1 I can make use of this 1. Log 48 base 48 plus log 12 base 48. Okay, only if the base is same I can do something. So next step, since it is a plus, it will become log 48 into 12 base 48. Calculator and multiply. Is nothing but 576. Log of 576 base 48. Press the square root button, you get 24. So 576 is nothing but 24 square. So 24 square base 46. The square, this power will come out. It will be 2 times log 24 base 48. Now check whether it is equal to your RHS. Okay, 2 multiplied by and then it matches with this. Are we clear? So again, a different technique we applied to this question. This was also a very good question that we saw. solved. Okay. Now let us look at our paper. If there is any question that is there in this paper that we can solve. Oh, sorry. I think I closed the note. The screen may not be visible for a few minutes. I'll make it available. Just give me a minute. Just 1 minute. I hope all of you can see the screen now. Okay, so question number 5 and question number 6. So let's solve question number 5 now. In 5 it says log 10,000 to the base 0.01 is equal to x. Okay, what is the value of x? So what you do, you write this in terms of 10,000 is nothing but log of 10 power 4 zeros, right? So 10 power 4. This is 10 power 4. Now this base also in terms of 10 you write it. 0.01 is nothing but 1 divided by 100. Correct? Or in other words, it is nothing but 1 by 10 square. Or we can write it as 10 power minus 2. So here you write it as 10 power minus 2. Now, both the powers you take out, it will become 4 by minus 2 log of 10 base 10. Now, this 10 base 10 will become 1. So, this will get cancelled. It will become a minus 2 into 1. This is the value of x. So, x is equal to minus 2. Interesting question. Okay. So, let's take up question number 6. The next question, log of xy square minus log y is equal to log of x plus y. You have to find the value of y in terms of x. How are you going to do that? All you're going to do is, this is a minus, so it will become division. Xy square divided by y is equal to log of x plus y. This is your first step. Okay. Now in this you're going to cancel this with the y. So what you have is a log xy with this. Now next step, you take out log on both the sides. You will get xy is equal to x plus y. Okay. You combine the y on both the sides and keep the x on the other. Now y, when you take out common, x minus 1 is equal to x. So your y is equal to x divided by x minus 1. X divided by x minus 1. So your option C matches with that. Are we clear? Okay. Now we can solve the remaining questions in this paper. I'll leave time value of money part and I'll keep quickly solving with you all the questions, because we have another 25 minutes to 30 minutes and I want to revise the other topics also, like equations. Okay, and sets, functions and relations. Only these two topics we had missed out. So let us do a little bit of revision of these topics also. Okay, is any questions so far in these topics? Anybody has any questions, any doubts? Nothing so far? Okay. Okay, so let's start with the 7th question. Do we have anything else before that? Third, so see equations also. Third, fourth, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. totally 6 questions have come from this particular topic. Out of these 6 questions, 5 are pure equations and 1 question is from linear inequalities. Okay, so let us solve this. Okay. So we need to start solving from question number 3. Question number 3 is also equations. So let us take up question number 3 first. Okay, x value is given to us as root 3 plus root 3, 1 by root 3. What is the value of x minus root 126 divided by root 42? And x minus 1 upon x minus 2 root 3 divided by 3. Okay. Okay. 126. 126 is nothing but 3 into 42. We can factorize this as 3 into 42. And these two terms we can bring it inside the root. It will become x minus root 3. Okay. What I've done is 126 and I bring this 42 also inside this. It will become 1. It will become like this. Okay. So this becomes root 3 only. So x minus root 3 we will have here. When I substitute this value, root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus root 3, this and this will get cancelled. What will remain is 1 upon root 3 from the first term. Okay. Now coming to the second term. Now second term is this term alone. Okay. In this term, I have x minus 2 root 3 by 3. Okay. So I'm going to cancel, okay, not cancel now, we will cancel later. We'll write it first. X minus 2 root 3 by 3 is equal to root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 2 root 3 whole thing divided by 3. Okay. Next step will be this and this you can cancel. It will become 1 by root 3 minus root 3 whole thing divided by a 3. Okay. So now you divide each of these terms with this. This will become 1 by 3 root 3 and this will become minus 1 by root 3. Okay. So when we simplify this, it will become 1 by 2 root 3. Okay. So that is the result of this particular term alone. Now this particular term alone is so much. Okay. Now I need to substitute it in this. Now that term is x minus 1 upon, what value do you get? 1 upon 1 by 2 root 3. This is what I got. Okay. 1 upon 2 root 3. So this is 1 divided by this value. Okay. So next step we can write it as x value is root 3 plus 1 by root 3. This we can take it to the numerator. So it will become minus 2 root 3. So this will be nothing but 1 by root 3 minus root 3. So this is the value of the second term. Now the first term and the second term we can multiply. When we multiply, we will get 1 by root 3 minus root 3. So bring this within the bracket. It will become 1 by 3 minus root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled. You will get only a 1. 1 by 3 minus 1 is minus 2 by 3. Okay, is it fine? Is it there in the options? There is a 2 by 3, a minus 2 by 3 is not there. Okay, but the options can be wrong also because these are all based on students' memory. They have just come back after the examination and they have told. So you can also work out parallelly. I've just given you a direction how to do it. Okay, you all can also work out parallelly and come back and tell me whether you got any answer different. Then accordingly, I will also recheck the solution. Can I go to the next question? In this sum you don't do it because here you see everything is root 3, no? So it is kind of getting cancelled. In this sum, don't find the value. Okay, maybe, when I'm taking down, I could have, the mistake that I have done here this by 3 is only for this term, not for the whole term. So I have taken here for the whole term. So that could be an error. Divided by 3. So this will become, so if I just change this part, then it becomes even more simple. It becomes very easy. So it becomes x minus 2 by root 3. So x minus 2 by root 3 is nothing but root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 2 upon root 3. So this will be root 3 minus 1 upon root 3. This will be the result of this particular term. Now when we are substituting here, this is 3 minus 1 upon 3. Okay, this is what we have here. We have here 1 divided by 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus this term will become 3 minus 1, which is 2, 2 by root 3, so root 3 will be the numerator. Okay. So now if we take LCM, it will become 2 root 3 here. 2 root 3, this term will become 2 into 3 is 6 plus 2 minus 3. So what you get is 5 by 2 root 3. So 1 by root 3 into 5 by 2 root 3. 5 by 2 root 3 is 5 by 6. It's a positive 5 by 6. Okay, so the answer is also positive 5 by 6 only. So this is the answer. Clear? So here we need to just read it. In the exam, don't worry, the print won't be like this. The print will be very clear. You'll be able to read it well. The print here, this division is not for the whole thing. See, that was the mistake which I had done. This division is only for this particular term. Are we clear? Anybody wants to ask anything, please ask. I know the sum was a very long winding question, but it was not difficult or unsolvable. Okay? Nobody has a doubt? All of you are very comfortable with it. I'm very happy to note that. Okay. Coming to your question, Archana, you had a question now, right? Uh, Not for this, but for question number 4, you can apply that. Question number 4, what you can do is, x value is given to you. You find out x square value. You find out x value also and find x square value also, and then substitute it in this. It will become easier. Because you have a calculator, all you do is find root 6 value. 6 you take on calculator, find root 6. Okay, root 6 into 2 you do. Then plus 5 you do. Okay, put it in memory. 1 divided by MRC 2 times. You will get 0.101010. Are you getting that? Archana, you getting that? Okay, now do the square of this. Square of this will become 0.01. So put that in memory. Answer comes to 0 when you calculate it. All you have to do is find the value of this. Just use your calculator, it will come in one step. Should I show it on your calculator to all of you all? Nobody wants to see it on calculator? All of you comfortable? You're comfortable. Excellent. Excellent. Because straight on the calculator you normally how we do in school level is we rationalize this, then we'll get a simpler term for x, and then we'll square, substitute, lot of things we will do. Don't do that. You have a calculator, do root 6 into 2 plus 5, 1 divided by that value, you get x value. Then square it, put it in memory, then remove the square by pressing the square root button, multiply into 10, and then press m minus. Memory minus from, because it's a minus here. This term is a negative here. Press M minus. M minus will get subtracted. Then do MRC 2 times. You'll get the value. Add 1 to it. You'll get point minus 0.999999 something. You'll get plus 1. When you do, the answer will become 0, which is what is given here. Okay. 5 and 6 we have done. Let's go to question number 7. In question number 7, find the root of this equation. Okay, roots of this equation, 4 is nothing but 2 square, so I'm going to write it as 2 power 2x. 8 is nothing but 2 cube, I'm going to write it as 2 power 3y. This is equal to 128. So this will become 2 power 2x plus 3y. 128 is nothing but 2 power 7. So what you get is 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. This is one of your equations. Okay, come to the next equation. 3 power x divided by 27 is nothing but 3 cube. So 3 power 3y. This is equal to 1 by 3. 1 by 3 can be written as 3 power minus 1. So now this can also be simplified and written as 3 power x minus 3y is equal to 3 power minus 1. So the second equation we have is x minus 3y is equal to minus 1. So these are your two equations. Use the values here. Try the first option to check whether it is satisfying. So I'm using a different color pen to show you the substitution. So I'm going to try 2 first. 2 2s are 4 plus y value is 1. So 3 into 1 is 4 plus 3, 7 matching. Okay. Try in this equation also. 2 minus 3 into 1 will give you minus 1. This also satisfies. So option A is correct. Okay. So let us go to question number 8. Cubic equation, I want all of you all to pay attention. This is very important. This is the equation that has been given and all the options are kind of okay. So it is not a big deal here. You have plus 1, minus 9. Here you have 2 plus 1s and 9. But all of them have a plus 9 or a minus 9 or plus 1 or a minus 1. So what you do is you substitute plus 1 and a minus 1. Okay. So first substituting plus 1. When you substitute plus 1, it will become 1 plus 9 minus 1 minus 9. So will get cancelled equal to 0. So plus 1 is one of the solutions. So plus 1 is one of the solutions. Now let us try minus 1. Minus 1 the whole cube is minus 1. Minus 1 the whole square is plus 1 only. So plus 9. Minus of minus 1 is plus 1. And you have a minus 9. So cancel, cancel, cancel. So minus 1 is also one of the solutions. Okay. So which are the two options that have got that? This does not have, this does not have. Option A or option B. Option A has got a minus 9. Option B has got a plus 9. So I'm going to try option A. Minus 9 I'm going to try in the equation. Minus 9 the whole cube is 9 cube is 729. So it will have a minus here. Okay. Then 9 square is 81. 81 into 9 is positive 729. Then minus of minus 9 is a plus 9 and a minus 9 all gets cancelled equal to 0. So answer is option A. Are we clear? Okay, all of you please try question number 9. I'll be back in just 1 minute please. So were you able to solve question number 9? Find the value of k so that x is equal to 2 is the root of this particular equation. Okay, so x is equal to 2 is a root. So just substitute x is equal to 2 wherever there is a x. What you will get is 2 square is 4. 4 threes are 12 minus 2 twos are 4. So 4k plus 5 is equal to 0. Now just simplify this. Bring the 4k to this side. 12 plus 5 is 17. So k value is 17 by 4. Okay, which is option A. Matching? Come to question number 10. The solution for a set of inequations. These are your inequations. What is the solution? They are asking you. Okay, you can find the solution only by solving them, only by substituting and only by checking it. Okay. What I will do is in our WhatsApp group, I will probably paste the solution for question number 10. Okay. I will solve it and I will put it there. Because we have little time, this question might take quite some time. I will solve it and send it. Now 11 to 24, up to here is time value of money problem. Okay. Then from 25th to 25, 26, 27, 28, 4 questions from permutation and combination only. Then 29, 30, 31, 32. 4 questions from APGP. I want to solve this 31st question because it's a little different and we have not done this type of question. Okay, we will do this question C plus A minus B by, okay, why I want to solve this question? One more reason is the order in which it is given is wrong actually. This is not how the original question is. Okay, so I will just rewrite it correctly. How the question should look like is b plus c minus a by a. This is the first term. Second term is c plus a minus b by b. The third term is a plus b minus c by c. This is in AP. R in AP. This is what is the question actually. Okay. Are we clear now? Okay, now properties of arithmetic progression. One of the properties is if these three are in AP, we can also say that B plus C by A minus 1. What I've done is I've divided this and I've divided this separately and I've written. Okay, C plus A by B minus 1. Have you understood how I've got this? I've just written it as B plus C by A minus A by A. I've split it into two terms. This is nothing but b plus c by a minus 1. Okay. So the last term also I'm going to write it like that. So these also can be said to be in AP. Okay, in AP, one more property of arithmetic progression is I have a minus 1 in all the three terms. If I remove this minus 1, my common difference will reduce by that number, but the series will continue to be in AP. So I will remove this minus 1, it will become b plus c by a, c plus a by b, a plus b by c. These can also be said to be in AP. Okay. So in the next step after removing, I'm going to add 1. When I add 1 also, I can tell it is in AP. Now next step I'm going to take LCM. It will become a plus b plus c by a. When I take LCM, it is similar to this. How I split, instead of splitting, I am now taking it to the numerator LCM. Okay. C plus a plus b by b, a plus b plus c by c are also in AP. This can also be said in AP. Okay. Now I'm going to divide all terms by a plus b plus c because it is common. So it will become 1 by a, comma 1 by b, comma 1 by c are also in AP. Now what was the question asking for? Question was asking what is ABC? Now that you know 1 by a, 1 by b, 1 by c is in AP, the reverse of it, a, comma b, comma c is in HP. I've told you HP progression, they will not ask much except for this last particular thing. Okay, except for this, if ABC is in AP, 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C is in HP. If 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C is in AP, then the reverse of it, ABC is in HP. Because HP is just the inverse of AP. Are we clear? I felt this is one question, this type we did not do during our revision, so we just revised it. Yeah, absolutely. With practice, you can. I will tell you an idea. What you should do is, keep solving a lot of question papers. Okay, and I will launch a test series. Okay, for maths for 60 marks, maths and logical reasoning. I'll give you 6 or 7 mock tests on this particular with 60 questions. Okay, so if you see your paper is for 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. So you have to answer 100 questions in 120 minutes. So which means you have to answer your 60 questions in how much time? 3/4 of that time, correct? So 3/4 of 120 means 80 minutes. So I will 80 or 90, it will come to 90 minutes. So you will get 90 minutes time to answer those questions. So what you should do is you should write these tests. I will give it to you on Quilgo, which is what we have been following, right? Quilgo or Timify. Timed multiple choice test with negative marking or without negative marking because it's not possible for me to incorporate negative marking. I will give you those tests with 90 minutes time. You please time it because only under pressure conditions we tend to think, Now, normally when you're just like that sitting and practicing, there's a lethargy. If you don't get, we can ask somebody. Those kind of things will come. But when you are in an examination situation and when you're in a pressure situation, naturally your thinking becomes a little bit more depending upon how much you have practiced. So I will be launching this. Please be part of the grand revision group. Don't leave the WhatsApp group so that I can intimate you about the information about it. 5 or 6 good question papers like this, I will put it for you because your question paper at the end of the day is not very difficult. Out of 60 questions, 55 questions are very straightforward. Remaining 5 questions will be like this thinking questions. Okay. Even if it's a difficult paper, 50 questions will be straightforward. Only 10 will be out of the box thinking or little bit thinking will be there. But that you can definitely handle if you're solving a lot of papers. So apart from this November 2019 paper, I will give you a lot of other test papers also to be done. So be part of this WhatsApp group, and not only that, I just want to know if all of your email IDs are available with Bharadwaj because I'll need your email IDs to send you the tests. Anybody does not have, just ping me in the chat that you have not given your email ID. You just let me know. Anybody like that? All of you have given your email ID with Bharadwaj, right? With the admin. In that case, I will be able to mail you these tests. In case you have not given your email ID, you just message me. I will update it in our system. Okay. So you can be part of these test series. So writing the test is the best way to improve your spontaneous thinking, because see, for logical reasoning you have to be spontaneous. You don't have a choice. Okay. Now let me revise these three questions. Okay. 33, 34 and 35, which is coming from functions, because we have not done anything specifically for functions. I want us to do those questions also. So three questions have come, and you will be able to answer if you have done a background in 12th standard. But if you have not done, don't worry. I'll still give you the methods here which you can by which you will be able to answer. Okay. For those of you who have done 11th and 12th mathematics, it will be even more simple. That's what I'm trying to say. Now see, they've given you f of x function. They've given you the value of f of x. The function will be, see, in a graph, if you see there is 0 here, this is less than 0, this is greater than 0, and this is the particular point. Okay, x is equal to 0. So what will be the value of this function? Whenever x takes a value less than 0, the value of the function will be x itself. When the function takes the value, when x takes the value 0, the value of the function will be 0 itself. Whenever x is greater than 0, when x takes any value greater than 0, the value of the function will be x square. Now question is asking you limit as x tends to 0, f of x. So when they are asking you something like that, like this, they are not asking you LHL or left hand limit or right hand limit. All they are asking you is the functional value. The functional value means f of 0 they are asking you. That is when x assumes the value 0. When x assumes the value 0, what is the value of the function? Value of the function is 0. So answer is 0. It is very, very straightforward, just that conceptually it may look a little bit high funda, that is why functions I don't intimidate people by introducing, but it is actually finding the answer is very easy. You will get it in few seconds in the examination. Are you following this? Shall we go to the next question? Okay, so next question given to you is f of x is given as f of x minus 1 plus f of x minus 2, and f of 0 is also given to you as 0, f of 1 is given to you as 1, okay, and x value can be anything, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Then what is f of 7? They're asking you what will be the value of f of 7. See, now they've given you f of x is equal to f of x minus 1 plus f of x minus 2. So f of 0 will be nothing but the value is given to us as 0. So if I substitute 0 here, what will I get? F of minus 1 plus f of minus 2, this is given to me as 0. Okay, and similarly f of 1 is given to me as 1. So if I substitute that, I will get 1 minus 1, which is plus f of 1 minus 2 is equal to 1. Okay, I'm just substituting the value of this. This is nothing but f of 0 plus f of minus 1. This is equal to 1. F of 0 value, I know it is 1. So I can say f of minus 1 is also equal to 1. Okay, with this I'm able to draw the conclusion that f of minus 1 is 1. So here we know that f of minus 1 is 1 and f of minus 2 has to be minus 1 then. Only then we will get the value 0. So f of minus 2 will also be equal to, this will be equal to minus 1. Okay, so question is asking what is f of 7? X can take the value 2, 3. So let us find out f of 7. F of 7 will be f of 6 plus f of 5. F of 6 plus f of 5. Sum of these two. So f of 1 is 1. F of minus 1 is also 1 we've got here. Minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1. So I think this will take some time because I have to calculate this value, that again we will find out what is f of 6, what is f of 5. We'll keep going backward. We'll have to start with f of 2. F of 2 is nothing but f of 1 plus f of 0. So you know the value of f of 1 and f of 0. F of 1 is 1, f of 0 is 0. So f of 2 is given as 1. Like that we have to keep doing it. Okay. F of 3 is nothing but f of 2 plus f of 1. F of 2 I got the value is 1 and f of 1 is 1. So this is equal to 2. So let us come to f of 4. F of 4 will be nothing but f of 3 plus f of 2. F of 3 is 2 and f of 2 is 1. So this is equal to 3. So f of 5 will be equal to f of 4 plus f of 3. F of 4 is 3 plus f of 3 is 2 equal to, correct, no? Anywhere no mistakes in typing out? Okay, equal to 5. So f of 6 we will get with this. F of 6 will be f of 5 plus f of 4. F of 4 value is 3 and f of 5 is 5. So 5 plus 3 I get it as 8. Now I'll go back and substitute here. F of 6 is 8 plus f of 5 I got here, the value is 5. So 8 plus 5, the answer is 13. Okay, you have this answer 13 here. Are we clear? We just had to go backwards and calculate. That is the problem. Okay, so now let us go to 35th question. 35th question, they have given you the function f of x, they have given you, and they are asking you to find the inverse of that function. Actually, this is a very simple concept, but normally when we read from a textbook, we become very confused. So let me just write it here. 35th question, f of x is equal to 2x cube plus 1. Okay, the question is asking f inverse of x. I'll tell you how to find an inverse function. It is not difficult. This f of x, you write it as y instead of that. Okay, 2x cube plus 1 is what you have. Now you bring this 1 to the other side. Y minus 1 is equal to 2x cube. In fact, you can bring the 2 also to the other side. It will come in the denominator. But after this, it will be find the value of x. X will be nothing but y minus 1 by 2 cube root of that. Okay. Now that you have this, this is nothing but your inverse function. That is, you found x in terms of y. All you have to do is to find the inverse. Instead of y in the final answer, you just have to substitute it with x. So you got y minus 1. Instead of y minus 1, you just write it as x minus 1 by 2 cube root of that. Understood? That will become the inverse function. So you have this cube root is 1 by 3. Are we clear? Are we able to understand? All you have to do is find the value of x in terms of y. Once you find it out, you just substitute instead of y, you substitute it with x. You will get the answer. Inverse functions are not difficult. They are quite easy if you approach it this way. Okay, we already solved calculus yesterday. This question we have done. We did 37th question. We have done most of these kind of questions. So I think I will leave it here because what you can do is I will upload this question paper in our test series. The logical part we have not done, no. So I will upload it along with the logical part in our test series. So please log in, check your emails. Hope you have all given the correct email IDs. Then all of you will receive this paper. And apart from this, I'll also give you 6 to 7 other papers that I have from the most recent examinations. Okay. So then you will get very good practice. Um, so in a day, you have to spend 90 minutes. 90 minutes is just 1.5 hours. Okay. Just 1.5 hours for 7 or 8 days. So plan it like that. We are only on October 20th now. So it will be very good if you practice a lot. Okay. Under exam conditions.